Hi guys, welcome back to another video. It's Dan here from Sportscards UK, and in today's video, I actually haven't clickbaited you on the thumbnail. Bear with me. I've got a very exciting mail day. This is one of the biggest, or the most exciting mail days I've had in a long while. So we've got one package. I'm pretty sure it is this package. I haven't opened it, so we don't know. So we might end up opening up two packages because we might end up opening up the wrong one. But as you would have seen by the thumbnail, there's a big card in here. So, don't turn off. Without further ado, let's jump straight into the video and get this thing open. Right, okay, looks like we're all good. Let's move us to the little bit to the side. Right, I'm very excited about this one, boys. I'm very excited. Very exciting indeed. Right, let's get straight into it. Right, let's have a little check. Is it the one that we wanted? I think it could be. It's going to be a bit difficult to tell, but the packaging is good so far. Oh, blimey. Oh, it is. This is exciting. This is smart purchasing by your boy here. Very smart purchasing. I think, anyway. This is what I think. If you're investing in sports cards, I think this is what you should be spending your money on. Now, that is my opinion. I don't ever give financial advice. Ever. But, personally, I don't think you can go wrong with this. Right. Let's move it over to one here. So let's start off with the smaller things that we ordered from this seller. We did order, now I think you can never go wrong with these, 4 of the Kylian Mbappe Don Russ cards. Now this is the 2018, his rookie year is technically 2018 if you're looking at cards. Obviously if you're looking at stickers, you're probably going to go for the Monaco ones, which I think is it's like something like 2016. I'm sure many of you know what the Monaco sticker looks like. It's the dual sticker with him and another player, and it's a pretty expensive one. But lower end Kylian Mbappe collectors love this sort of stuff. So these are liquid. I got these at a really good price. I think I paid about £2 each for these. But this is from one of my favourite sets of all time, the Don Russ set. These are the Don Russ versions. You can get optic versions of these, which obviously are more expensive. But for anyone that's looking to get into the hobby, Kylian Mbappe is a really great way to go. And these are the sorts of things that will do well for me, I think, on bits as well. So, nice little pickup to start off with. This is all from the same seller. Now, we're going straight onto graded cards next. Which ones do we start with? Let's start with... What I'm going to do is I'm just going to take this because they're a bit stuck to the sticky tape. So, I'm not trying to slow roll you or tease you here. They are a little bit stuck and I don't want to damage the cards. So... Oh, they're actually sellotaped to the side, that's why. Right, hang on. As you know, sellotape is the worst enemy of the channel, but in this case, it's not been done badly. Right, okay. For card number 1. Oh, I'm so excited. Nice cheap pickup, but I do not own enough Messi in my collection. I probably don't own enough Ronaldo. And I think if you're looking at sports cards, a little bit of advice, go for goats. You can never go wrong with goats. I know everyone loves to invest in the prospects, like Kylian Mbappe, but anything can happen to these players. They could have a freak injury and their career could be over. You never know. We've seen it happen before. I named Jack Wilshere and several other players, El Shaarawy, players that were going to be the next best thing, and it just never worked out. It happens. With legends, they've already got their World Cups, their European, or Euros. There we go, I couldn't think for a second. They've got their Africa Cup of Nations, they've got their Copa Americas, they've got their Champions Leagues, all these sorts of things, FA Cups, whichever. They've already achieved all that, so they can't, unless they do something outside of football, like Platini, they're Ryan Giggs is another one. their careers can't really be tarnished. So I think someone like Messi and Ronaldo is such a safe bet. Loads of collectors are after Messi and Ronaldo. And I think this is quite a nice pickup. So this is a 2010, a cheap pickup, but it is a PSA 9. A PSA 9 of 2010 UEFA Champions League Messi Champions League stick-up. Now, obviously, this is 6 years off his rookie. You want to be going for the rookie cards if you can. I'll come into that in a second. Hint. But this is, just a really nice one. I think I paid roughly about 20, 30 quid for this. Something like that, 20, 30 quid. So, nice little pickup. Messi sticker, Champions League. Cannot go wrong. Love it. Now, speaking of a Champions League star, someone that was unreal in the Champions League that we've just had, Rodrigo. This guy, Vinicius Jr., I think are very, very good pickups at the moment, although they are pretty mainstream and they're pretty much... I still believe their cards have got room to grow, but I would recommend going for their parallels first, or I would recommend going, if they've got something like a rookie ticket, like Rodrigo has here. Rookie tickets are a very strong base rookie card. You can pick these up pretty cheap raw, but if you can get it in a PSA 10, I think is decent. Now, this is a funny one. I wouldn't pick this up in a PSA 9, but I have picked it up in a PSA 10. There probably are quite a few PSA 10s of this card out here. Cards with white corners, white edges tend to grade pretty well because they obviously won't show up whitening. And this doesn't have the centering on the back, as you can see, off left to right, but PSA are, in my opinion, pretty easy to get PSA 10s. I think people that say PSA 10s or PSA are tough graders, I don't believe that in the slightest. I think SGC would have given this a 9. Maybe MGC would have given this a 9. But it isn't a PSA 10. That's a premium. People do pay for premiums. And I think this is a really, really good one to own for the next Champions League, or just for the future. You've got the fact that he's Brazilian, playing for a very, very good national team, and he's playing for a top Champions League side at Real Madrid. So, yeah, got a very, very bright future ahead of him. Rodrigo scores important goals in the Champions League. So, yeah, really, really big fan of this guy. So I'm very happy with this pickup. Now, you may have guessed what the next card is by the thumbnail. I haven't actually done the thumbnail yet, but I'm going to make it a pretty good one. I'm trying to make the thumbnails a bit more interesting and maybe a little bit more enticing if someone maybe saw it in the suggested column and they didn't see my videos. Trying to get sports cards mainstream. It'd be pretty cool to get sports cards mainstream so we all win and we're all in sports cards already, and then it becomes really, really popular. I'm sure it will around the World Cup, but we are in a bit of a dip at the moment, so actually I think it is quite a good time to buy, especially cards like this. Now, this has been a bit of a Grail piece for mine. I didn't buy it in the highest grade, don't get me wrong, but this in the PSA 10, you're looking at thousands of pounds. So I don't yet have thousands of pounds because I am consolidating. Eventually, I'm sure I will. However, I own far too many cards at the moment, and I need to get rid of quite a lot. Not because they don't have any value, but just because I want to have less of a collection, less cards, more space. I've got a lot of storage space at the moment for cards. But this is a card that I've always wanted to own as soon as I started the hobby. I know a few big people in the hobby do own this card, so I feel like I'm a proud owner alongside them. And this is the Messi. Technically, this is a Messi rookie card. It's not the Messi rookie card, but it is his rookie year. And this is the Autografo 2004 Panini Sports Mega Cracks Barca Campeón Catalan card. I really need to turn my emails off when I'm filming. I don't know if you would have heard that or not, but this is an absolute beauty. Now, this isn't an auto. It's not an on-card auto. Don't worry, it's nothing like that. But it is a big card, and it is a Messi rookie card. So this, for me, is a moment in Sports Cards UK that I think will go down in history. I think this is a achievement that, although this wasn't that expensive, I feel like this is the sort of card that I should be putting my money towards. This is the sort of card that I think will do very well for me. And this is a very, very long-term hold for me. I mean, I can never say, sometimes I say in videos, I'm not going to flip it, and then the next week I flip it. But I genuinely do believe like this is a proper investment for me for the long-term future. So I don't want to turn all of my cards into long-term investments because then I've got no short-term. And I have a sort of a budget for cards. What I would say is that don't spend all of your money on cards. Cards could go to zero. It can happen. We've seen it happen with crypto. We've seen it happen with stocks and shares. It does happen. So have a small budget for your cards, or have a budget and build it up by selling cards. But this is really what I should have been spending my sports cards budget on. One card like this rather than several recent rookies, because I think it's important to think about your investments and to be logical and to be smart. And I think investing in Messi and Ronaldo is really, really not a bad way to go. So I'm so excited to have this in my collection now, to have this kind of piece of history. For me, Messi is the greatest player of all time. I know there's a Ronaldo-Messi argument. I recently said on a podcast, I kind of agreed with Andre at Soccer Card Study that Maradona was almost like the most gifted. But I just think overall Messi is the GOAT. He is. I've never seen Pele play, so it's like I can't tell you that Pele's better than Messi. I just don't know. So for me, Messi's the best I've ever seen. I've actually been lucky enough to see Messi play. I've actually been lucky enough to see Messi's 500th career goal. So that was pretty special. They ended up losing to Valencia, but it's by the by. I did see the goal, and I was at the Nou Camp. So yeah, I'm absolutely blown away by this card in hand. I think it's an absolute beauty, and I'm so happy to own it. But there we are. That is a big Mail Monday. Maybe there'll be more Mail Mondays like this. Not every week, but this is a sensible Mail Monday. Mbappe, Rodrigo, and Messi. Rodrigo is definitely the most risky investment here. I'm banking on him. He could still have a brilliant start and end up riddled with injuries. We saw it with Ansu Fati. I still think Ansu Fati is one of the top 5 prospects in the world, but all the injuries do worry me. Rodrigo hasn't really had as many injuries as of yet. However, his career could still go to pot. It could not pan out. So I have to always think about that. And I think everyone has to think about that in terms of investments. You have to think of the worst. Prepare yourself for the worst. But there we are. Sounds a bit negative, doesn't it? But anyway, there we are. I hope you have enjoyed this Mail Monday. I certainly have. This is one of my favourite ones to date. I feel like it's a bit monumentous in terms of my sports cards collecting hobby. But yeah, if you have enjoyed it, please do drop a big like on the video. It does really help out the channel with the algorithm and everything like that. Make sure you're subscribed if you're not already. Hit that bell icon so that you don't miss a video. And if you want to, you're more than welcome to sign up to be a member of the sportscardsuk UK channel, where you get exclusive videos and a few emoticons and emojis and other bits and pieces as well. There we are. I hope you have enjoyed it, and I'll see you on the next Sports Cards UK Mail Monday. Thanks very much.